Oh, this was great. I had such a great time watching one of my favorite movies tonight. One of my favorite Christmas movies. So next on the list, and I'm so fucking excited, is the essential Christmas movie, at least for me. It's Die Hard.
Bruce Willis, Die Hard.
Got invited to the Christmas party by mistake. Who knew?
So if you're at all familiar with me, you know that this is one of my favorite movies of all time, which we'll go over later and why I think it's a Christmas movie, because I'm very curious to see if Jeremy considers it to be one as well.
Now, I've never seen Die Hard, but I know that it's a well-liked movie. One of Oliver's favorites. I have seen Die Hard 3, though. I also know that there is a debate about whether or not this is actually a Christmas movie, so I'm kind of expecting this to just be a movie that Oliver wanted to watch. Which I'm okay with. I'm sure the movie's going to be good.
Obviously, I picked this because it's one of my favorite movies, and probably one of the only movies that I could make going on 7 videos talking about now.
One of the other minor things I kind of know about this movie, Oliver made an entire series called Die Hard Explained, and I did watch it because I hadn't seen the movies, so I guess they needed to be explained to me.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho. 'Cause it's Christmas. Have I mentioned that? I think so, yes.
My only drawback to picking this movie was that this is one of the most hyped action movies of all time. And I just don't know if it lives up or if that's a fair lens to view it in. Also, if Jeremy doesn't like it, we're just not going to be friends anymore.
Now, to me, for this to be a Christmas movie, it's gotta have anything to do with Christmas other than being set at Christmas time.
Not only did I pick this movie because it's one of my all-time favorites, but I also feel that this is the definition of a non-traditional Christmas movie, where the movie doesn't necessarily revolve around Christmas, but the setting of Christmas helps drive the plot forward.
Die Hard.
So we just watched Die Hard, and yeah, that was a really good movie. I said before that I'd seen Die Hard 3. This was very different from Die Hard 3. I really liked Die Hard. The action was engaging and interesting. It's always refreshing in a sense to see an action hero get tired as he goes.
Well, first of all, I gotta start by issuing a little bit of an apology here. Recently, I reviewed this movie on Ride Home Reviews. And during that review, I said that I think the movie is getting a little slow for me. But watching it this time, I gotta take that back because this was great. I had such a great time watching one of my favorite movies tonight. One of my favorite Christmas movies.
Oh hey, what's that over there? Wow, it's an elephant. Oh, what's that elephant saying to me? Is this a Christmas movie? No, it's not. This is not a Christmas movie. I'm sorry. Just because this movie takes place on Christmas Eve? This is just an action movie that takes place on Christmas. A really good action movie. It doesn't need to be a goddamn Christmas movie to be a great movie or a good seasonal movie. It's just a really good movie that takes place during Christmas. I don't understand.
Now let me explain to you why this is a Christmas movie. The movie takes place at a Christmas party, and the theme of the movie is a man trying to get home to his family at Christmas time. In fact, the whole framework of the movie is around it being Christmas. So much so that even all of the music is Christmas music.
You got any Christmas music?
This is Christmas music.
So in Home Alone, I know that I touched upon the idea that I felt like the movie didn't really require the whole Christmas backdrop to work, and that it seemed that the story was independent of that. But this kind of takes that to a whole new level. I feel like this movie has nothing to do with Christmas, and it takes place on Christmas Eve because I actually couldn't tell you why, honestly.
Also, I'd like to take a moment and just acknowledge what a brilliant move it is to have 2 agents named Johnson.
Agent Johnson and Special Agent Johnson was a weird decision. There is clearly somebody working on the script that put a lot of thought into this joke. 2 lines acknowledging this joke that is a really good joke.
I think Hans Gruber is one of the best villains of all time. All the characters have a lot of depth to them, even your side characters like Alan and Argyle. And I just think it all comes together to be a really unique and special movie. And I totally see all the merit in how much people love it.
Now, rating this movie is tough because I'm rating Christmas movies in relation to each other. So where does this fall? I guess at the bottom, because it doesn't, not a Christmas movie, but it's also my favorite movie that we've watched so far. So, you tell me, Internet.
Wow.
Well, okay. Yeah, probably. I haven't really... hi, bud.
I'll give you pros and cons. Cons is that you're making me do this stupid fucking list.
Please don't insult my cultural awareness. I should have just said the words you wanted me to say, and I wouldn't have messed them up.